dumbass. What's
You
free
have to have a
press?
press pass.
What's free press?
Press has to have a press
Citizen
pass.
press.
This is the moment where the entire confrontation begins, and the atmosphere is already aggressive from the start. The officer steps in immediately with a commanding tone, demanding a press pass, while the citizen challenges that authority within seconds. There's no peaceful conversation or attempt to calm the situation. The conflict starts instantly over rights, legality, and control of a public space. What makes this opening so intense is the direct contradiction between both sides. One side insists permission is required, while the other argues that the First Amendment already protects the right to record. Right away, the audience is pulled into a tense legal and emotional clash. Who truly holds authority in a public space? From the very beginning, the pressure builds around one major question. Is this really about enforcing the law, or simply enforcing control?
That we don't allow videotaping on the court, right? Or photography on the court.
As long as we're on the
You have to
public.
get permission from the
Excuse me, sir.
administration.
Excuse me. You're live on the internet, and don't come in with your barking orders. We know what we're doing. We're press. We know what we're allowed to be. We're on the public access. We're not crossing. Excuse me. Yes, it's the First Amendment.
Let me see your press
We don't need a
credentials.
press pass. You're not going to see
You
nothing from
have
me.
to show me,
You're not going to
okay?
see nothing.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do, okay?
Do what you want
I'm
to
going
do.
to call for another unit,
Okay,
okay?
And
then we're going-
148.G, California Penal Code 148.G.
Yes.
Okay. First
doesn't
Amendment.
allow
You are about
it
to.
does not allow
You don't get to yell at me.
It does
No,
not
you don't get to
allow
yell
you-
at me.
You don't
Why
get to
are you
talk
yelling
over
at me?
me.
Why? You work
I
for
am
me.
explaining it to
you don't.
you.
I work for you. Don't work for me, right? You work
I don't
for me.
work for you.
You work for me,
No,
sir.
I work for the port, sir.
Exactly.
That's right. And because
You're-
this is port property,
No, sir.
you are not allowed to take photographs
I am
on
not
port
on
property.
This is public property, sir.
This is port property, sir.
Sir, anybody can
That's
drive
port
up
property.
and down this street. You have to allow access. Okay, this is
This
a
is
bicycle
port
lane.
property.
You can do what you're going to do, but you're going to get in a lot of trouble. I would call your supervisor.
Okay. You can call the
Okay,
director
well-
for all I care.
Okay. You're live on the internet.
I know that.
Okay, so
I know that. But you're wrong.
you're infringing on my
You're
civil
wrong.
rights. Okay.
Okay.
Then prove me wrong.
You're
Prove me wrong.
wrong.
Arrest me and
This
get
is
a lawsuit.
private property.
No, it's not. This is the port that belongs to the people. What are you talking about?
The situation escalates fast the moment the officer stops treating it like a conversation and starts treating it like control. Everything changes when the citizen is suddenly told he's being detained. That single word instantly raises the tension. What started as simple filming is now being handled like a police investigation linked to a vague verbal disturbance. The citizen immediately pushes back, questioning how he can be detained without any clear crime being committed. But instead of backing down, the officer becomes even more forceful, demanding identification and insisting compliance is necessary for the investigation. This is the moment where the power struggle becomes impossible to ignore. One side demands clear legal justification. The other side relies on authority, pressure, and assumption. The tension rises sharply as the idea of being detained over a verbal disturbance becomes the center of the conflict.
You see this, guys?
44. Can I get a supervisor, please?
Come and yell at the people that you work for, sir.
I don't
Shame
work
on
for
you. Who do you work for, sir?
I work for the port director.
Hey, where do you get your money from?
I get my money from
You guys,
the port
can
director.
you guys call the port? You're gonna get a bunch of phone calls. You're gonna be put in your place today about.
Hey, guess what?
you're
I
not
work
gonna-
for the port
You're not
director.
gonna infringe on my rights today, sir. I
Yes,
don't know who you
know
think
what?
you are.
You know what?
Say yes.
Do you have port credentials?
We don't need them.
Yes,
We have
you
the First
to
Amendment.
If you're
Don't
saying
point.
you're
Get your
a press,
finger out my face.
If you're a port,
Get your
if
finger
you
out-
say that you're a press man,
Get your finger out of my
You
face.
have to have port credentials.
Get your finger,
press
and you're
credentials.
spitting on me now. Get your way from me.
So I'm
You
telling
tyrant.
you, it is.
We're gonna walk like we were walking, and you're gonna leave us alone, sir. Thank
You
you.
can keep walking.
Yeah, that's right. And you're not gonna
You're
detain
free to
us.
go.
That's right. We're free to stay too.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
You're free. You're free.
If we're free to go, we're free to stay. If no, you're gonna
keep
you're
going.
gonna learn a big lesson today, sir, about the First Amendment, who you work for, and
I work for the
148.G. 148.G says I can.
You have to have press passes. Where's your press pass?
Can you
Show
stop
me
getting your
press
finger
pass.
in my face?
Show me your press pass. Show me your press
Here,
pass.
would you do that to me without your gun? No.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. Look at this guy.
You know
Look at
what?
this guy.
Hold on.
You're
You know
gonna
what?
lose your job. You're gonna
You know
lose
what?
your job over this stupidity. Look
You
at
know
this guy.
what?
Stay
Here's
away
what I'm
from
gonna
me.
tell you,
Stay
okay?
away. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna tell
stay
you.
right
You
Okay,
and fuck off.
Go
okay?
ahead, stay right
Yeah.
here.
No.
Go ahead and stay right
No.
here. Go ahead and videotape this.
Look at
okay?
this.
Now the confrontation moves into a much deeper legal battle. The argument is no longer just about filming. It becomes a clash over press credentials, public versus private property, and constitutional rights. The officer keeps insisting that identification and credentials are required to prove legitimacy. But the citizen refuses, arguing that the First Amendment already protects his right to record. At this point, both sides stop truly hearing each other. One side stays focused on enforcing policy and procedure, while the other focuses entirely on constitutional limits and individual rights. The most critical part of this moment is how quickly confusion turns into escalation. The officer repeatedly claims that demanding ID is necessary for a trespassing investigation. But the citizen rejects that entire premise, arguing there was never a lawful reason for detention in the first place. That's what makes this segment so tense to watch. Neither side is willing to back down, and the legal gray area slowly becomes the battlefield itself.
In a few minutes, I'm going to arrest you for 148.
Really?
Delaying resisting a peace officer in the performance of his duties.
Really?
Yes, I will.
What law are you enforcing?
I am enforcing the
somebody call Felipe Hemming. You're going to get a call right now.
Okay? So you can leave anytime you want.
We can
show
go.
Me your press pass.
I'm going to show you shit.
You don't have press pass.
Arrest me. Arrest me.
Then we will.
Arrest me.
When my supervisor
arrest me. You're going to learn a big lesson.
You will learn a lesson.
I get to fucking travel free in my country without any motherfucker coming up to me telling me that I got to
show me your press pass if you're saying you're a press man. If you're not
arrest
a press man,
me
you don't have
or shut
press
up.
Credentials.
No. I'm not going to do shit. I'm going to keep being free just like I was.
Okay.
So, and look at this guy. And Miss California Transparency, look at, you're gonna get a demotion. You're gonna get a talking to about the way you treat people in public.
Okay.
This guy's all in my face because we're walking down the street and we're taking pictures on a public access right here, not crossing no boundaries. And this guy's gonna pull up like he owns me. I'm 52
Where's
years
your
old.
press pass?
I ain't got to show you no press pass.
Then you're not the press.
What's free press, dumbass? What's
you
free
have to
press?
have a press pass.
What's free press?
Press has to have a press pass.
Citizen press.
You have to have a press by a city or municipality. Otherwise, you're not a press man. Okay?
Look at you got 600 people laughing at you.
Okay, go ahead. Laugh all you want.
The First Amendment. The First Amendment lets me allowed to record anything. I am free press. I don't need a press pass.
Okay. This is the point where the encounter becomes emotionally charged. Accusations start flying, voices rise, and the officer begins referencing obstruction and possible arrest. The citizen pushes back even harder, claiming constitutional rights are being violated, and refuses to comply without a clear legal justification. At this stage, both sides are fully locked in to confrontation mode. The officer's position hardens, demanding ID and warning of consequences, while the citizen continues to frame the entire interaction as unlawful detention. This becomes the peak of verbal tension, where authority and resistance clash directly. Law versus interpretation. And in this moment, the situation is no longer about filming. It becomes about power itself.
Okay?
You getting in my face is very rude. I never got in your face.
I'm telling you, you need to leave.
Look, you're going to be... No, I'm not going to leave.
Okay?
Your supervisor is right here. Yeah. Sergeant, can you get this man out of my face? You're going to get a demotion. You see this? He was going to take off his gun and fight me. I got it all on video.
All right, sir. So,
yeah, we're just protecting our First Amendment, walking down the street, taking pictures. He pulls up and starts, she has the video. What happened?
Okay, no, I'm talking to you. Go ahead.
But I don't need to talk. We're just going to keep walking like we were and being free, man. We're exercising our First Amendment. No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Well, the thing is,
sir, that no, you can't turn a First Amendment protected activity to you trying to ID me, sir.
Okay.
That's not the way 148.G works, sir.
Okay,
California Penal Code. I'm allowed to practice my First Amendment without having to show you, unless you can articulate a crime that I've committed. I am not going to give you ID, sir. I am not committed no crime, so if I was you, can you stop impeding my way? I'm going to keep going and being free and taking pictures.
I thought you called me out here to
I didn't call you. He called you. I didn't need no assistance. We were walking on our way.
A supervisor or higher authority steps into the situation, signaling that the conflict has escalated beyond a routine encounter. At this point, the argument shifts away from a single officer and moves into institutional backing. The citizen continues refusing to provide ID unless a formal arrest is clearly stated, reinforcing his legal position. Meanwhile, officers try to justify the detention through investigation procedures and protocol. This segment becomes especially important because it reveals a lack of clarity even within the officers themselves about what authority actually applies here. The pressure reaches its peak as multiple voices enter the conversation, each offering different interpretations of the situation. There is still no resolution, only escalating tension and competing claims of authority. At this moment, it feels like the system itself is being tested in real time.
Sir,
okay.
I don't want to talk no more, but that's the way it was, sir.
Okay. The thing is, sir.
Sir, I'm just being free, and he came up and spitting in my face, sir.
No.
How am I? No, wait, no. Listen.
Can I talk to you?
No, because I don't work for you. You work for me, sir. I don't have to listen to you. You have to listen to me.
Okay.
I am one of your constituents, and you need to get your little freaking bulldog off me because he was spitting.
He's not anywhere near you.
He took off his gun live on the internet and was gonna fight me. Can you please make contact because I'm fearing for my life right now? Can you please stay away from me? Thank you.
Sir.
I already asked your request, sir. Illegal, okay?
Talk to you
No, I don't need to talk, sir.
Okay, we'll walk and talk.
I don't need to walk. I'm already upset because this guy's in my face.
I'm just walking and talking.
I don't need to talk to you. How rude do you have to be, sir?
I'm not being rude.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to break off contact, sir.
Sir.
No, I don't want to talk to you, sir.
What I'm trying to explain to you.
I don't want to explain. I know what my freedoms are. I don't need to be told. It doesn't matter. Their feelings, their policies did not trump my First Amendment, sir. So just please stop trying to explain it away and just go away and leave. Let us be free, please. That's all I want. And you'll do your department well, making up for his behavior, which I'm sure you're already getting phone calls for. And I'd appreciate it if you just leave us alone and let us be free, sir.
What I'm trying to explain
I don't need no explanation.
There's a lot of volatile
it doesn't matter. We are free to anything that I can see with my eyes. The First Amendment lets me record it, sir. If they put up a wall, then we won't be able to record it. That's the way the law works. So.
Okay. You're free to continue walking on the public roadway.
That's what we.
Now, the situation de-escalates, but not because of agreement, rather because the encounter reaches its procedural end. The citizen stands firm, refuses unlawful compliance, and the citizen continues asserting First Amendment protections. Gradually, officers begin to disengage, and the focus shifts away from confrontation toward explaining and justifying their actions. The citizen reinforces his core argument: no crime was committed, no lawful basis for ID demand was established, and no escalation was justified. The tone of the situation starts to settle into something more reflective. What remains is no longer just a conflict, but a breakdown being examined in real time through two very different perspectives. In the end, the encounter is framed as a lesson in constitutional awareness and accountability. As the officers walk away, the message becomes clear. Rights were challenged, but not surrendered. And the camera recorded every second of it.